What specific gap in the existing research does your proposed method using language models in iterated prisoner's dilemma, IPD tournaments aim to address?
The proposed method using language models in iterated prisoner's dilemma, IPD, tournaments aims to address two specific gaps in existing research: the limitations of traditional agents and the opacity of their decision-making processes. Firstly, prior studies predominantly utilized hand-coded or low-capacity algorithms, which restricted the complexity and adaptability of the agents. In contrast, our approach leverages advanced language models, which can exhibit human-like reasoning and adapt their strategies based on the context of the game. Secondly, while earlier agents lacked transparency in their decision-making, our method allows LLMs to generate textual justifications for their moves, providing insights into their internal reasoning processes. This not only enhances the understanding of strategic decision-making in uncertain environments, but also contributes to the emerging field of machine psychology by exploring how these models interact with each other and adapt to varying conditions in the IPD framework.
How does the proposed method work? Illustrate the process step by step, detailing the interactions between agents and the mechanisms of decision-making involved in the IPD tournaments.
The proposed method involves conducting a series of evolutionary tournaments using iterated prisoner's dilemma, IPD matches, where agents interact in a round-robin format. Each tournament consists of 5 phases, with a fixed population of 24 agents, including both classic strategies and contemporary LLM agents. In each phase, agents play 276 matches, and their performance is evaluated based on their average score per move, which determines their fitness for reproduction in the next phase. The decision-making process for each agent is guided by a standardized prompt that includes game rules, the current termination probability, and the history of moves, allowing them to generate rationales for their actions. After each phase, agents reproduce in proportion to their fitness, amplifying selection pressure and enabling the exploration of evolutionary dynamics in cooperation and strategy adaptation.
Can you provide a concrete example of the decision-making process of an LLM agent during a game, including the rationale it generated for a specific move?
In the tournament, an example of an LLM agent's decision-making process can be seen with the Gemini model during a match against a generous tit-for-tat strategy. In Move 4 of Match 170, with a 25% shadow of the future, Gemini decided to defect. Its rationale was, the opponent has defected twice and cooperated once. Since there's a 25% chance the game ends after each round, I should prioritize maximizing my points in the short term. Defecting is the best strategy for maximizing points, especially since the opponent seems likely to defect as well. This reasoning illustrates Gemini's strategic consideration of both the opponent's past behavior and the game's termination probability, demonstrating its ability to adapt its strategy based on the context of the match.
What are the main theoretical or practical advantages of using LLM agents compared to traditional hand-coded strategies in the context of the IPD tournaments?
The main theoretical advantage of using LLM agents in the IPD tournaments is their capacity for natural language reasoning and on-the-fly adaptation, which allows them to articulate their decision-making processes and adjust strategies based on the context of the game. Unlike traditional hand-coded strategies, which often lack transparency and flexibility, LLMs can generate textual justifications for their moves, revealing their reasoning about the time horizon and opponent behavior. Practically, LLM agents demonstrated competitive performance across various tournament conditions, with advanced models outperforming basic ones and exhibiting distinct strategic fingerprints, indicating their ability to adapt to different environments. Additionally, LLMs can effectively model adversary behavior and factor in the shadow of the future, leading to more nuanced decision-making compared to static strategies. This adaptability and reasoning capability provide a richer understanding of cooperation dynamics, enhancing the study of evolutionary game theory.
Describe the experimental design used to validate your proposed method. What metrics were used to evaluate the performance of the agents, and how were these metrics derived?
The experimental design involved a series of evolutionary tournaments where a population of agents engaged in round-robin iterated prisoner's dilemma (IPD) matches across 5 phases with a fixed population of 24 agents. Each tournament utilized a 2 times 2 factorial design, crossing model capability, basic versus advanced, with termination probability 10%, 25%, and 75%. The performance of the agents was evaluated using fitness metrics derived from their average score per move, calculated by dividing the total score accumulated by each strategy by the total number of moves made in that phase. Additionally, the relative fitness of each strategy was determined by comparing its fitness to the mean fitness of all strategies present, with a squared term to amplify selection pressure. This rigorous evaluation allowed for the analysis of evolutionary dynamics and the effectiveness of different strategies under varying conditions, providing insights into the agent's decision-making processes and strategic adaptations.
What were the most significant results of your experiments, particularly regarding the comparative performance of LLM agents against classic strategies in different tournament conditions?
The experiments revealed that LLM agents, particularly the advanced models, demonstrated competitive performance against classic strategies in various tournament conditions. Notably, the advanced Gemini model outperformed OpenAI in the 75% termination condition by effectively shifting to a defection strategy, capitalizing on the short time horizon, while OpenAI's persistent cooperation led to its elimination. In the 10% condition, both LLMs exhibited distinct strategic styles, with OpenAI being more cooperative and Gemini adapting its cooperation based on the context, showcasing its flexibility. The results also indicated that LLMs could articulate their reasoning, factoring in the shadow of the future and opponent behavior, which significantly influenced their decision-making. Overall, the advanced LLMs not only competed effectively, but also displayed unique strategic fingerprints, with Gemini being more adaptable and strategic compared to the consistently cooperative OpenAI.